Hi guys, welcome. Today I want to talk about improving your relationship with your parents because they're always going to be your parents, all right? There's no getting rid of them. So let's try to make things a little bit better, a little bit easier, shall we? Now, to preface things, I know that there are families with abuse and neglect and major dysfunction, all right? Those issues need to go to a counselor, a therapist, whatever, all right? This video is not about those families, all right? And just because your parents get mad at you doesn't mean that you fall under those categories, all right? Now, the first thing you need to know in order to help you understand your parents a little bit better is that they are still learning how to be a parent. All right? You don't all of a sudden come home with a baby and are like, yes, I know how to take care of this. Because you don't. You learn as you go. And all that you have is what you learned from your parents, what you've learned from life experience, which is more than you, and what they've learned from other parents or parenting other children. All right? As a parent, we're all a little lost sometimes. We're fumbling through things. Children are different, and what worked for that child isn't working for this child, and we're, confused and doing our best. And so I'm hoping that you understanding this will give them the benefit of the doubt a little bit. Just to understand that they're just like me. They're like everyone else. They're kind of learning as they go. And sometimes they make mistakes, and sometimes they make decisions that you don't like, but it's still part of the process of, learning what's going to work for the whole family, for your future, all that jazz. And that leads me into the second thing that you need to understand that will help you build your relationship with your parents. Your parent, your mom, your dad, your guardian, they are the parent first, not a friend, not I don't know how else you would refer to them, but they are the parent first, which means that it is their responsibility to keep you alive and to help you become an adult who can survive on your own. All right? So when they make choices, when they say yes or no to certain things, it is that first and foremost thought that is in their head. Will they survive? Will this help them? Is this a good idea? All right? So when they tell you no to certain things, it's not because they want to ruin your life. It's actually quite the opposite. All right? They want to see you succeed. They want you to be good. All right? And it has nothing to do with trust either. It's just about the scary world we live in and how scared they are for you. All right, so please don't ever throw back the whole, oh, they just hate me and want to ruin my life, okay? Because it's totally not true. All right, just because you can't see their reasoning doesn't mean there's not a good reason for their decisions. All right, guys, the third thing you need to understand in order to better your relationship with your parents is that the idea of respect is different for everybody. And you need to give respect to your parents in order to receive it back. But you're gonna have to learn what that respect means to your parent, okay? There's a parent who says, I paid good money for this, I put in the time for this, so you will respect that. In other words, you will treat my house with respect. You will treat your clothes with respect, or whatever I put the money into, you will treat it nicely. In other words, clean your room, help clean the house. Don't be a stupid teenage driver and get in a car accident and heaven forbid, there are lots of things that category of respect falls under, all right? There are also parents. And again, this whole line of respect, one person could feel this way about all of them, all right? The next category of respect means, are you speaking to me respectfully? Are you speaking to me as if I am your parent and I gave birth to you and I help you survive? In other words, when you ask for something, do you say please and thank you? Or are you just like saying things at them and just saying, this is what I want, give it to me now? And that's like an extreme, but people are like that. Small children are like that. All right, so you need to check yourself. Am I giving them the respect that they deserve? I don't care if they're saying no or not giving you what you want. You still owe them some respect because they did bring you here. All right? Another form of respect is that some parents do want to have that relationship where you talk and you tell them about your life. They want to know about you. All right? So if you have that parent, give them something, Tell them about your day more than just saying, yeah, it's okay. It was all right. Whatever. They want to know details because they want to connect with you. And if you connect with them, that will help the exchange. That will help build your relationship. That will help you get you what you want. All right? So you need to look to your parents. See what drives them. Is it the everything is in its place and in order? Is it you talking to them with respect or talking about your life with them? All right? And there's other categories of respect, but you need to figure out what your parents need. All right? And when you give that respect, they give it back. And that's, the goal of a relationship, the give and take. All right? If they're always fighting you to get what they want, then you are always going to fight them to get what you want. All right, the fourth thing you need to understand, you need to do in order to better your relationship with your parent is you need to communicate. All right? Now, this goes both ways, I know, okay? Maybe the parent doesn't want to communicate with you, or maybe they just don't know how, all right? Whatever. The parent is the parent. They need to figure stuff out. But you can start. You can start to communicate. Now, communicating with your parent does not mean that you just talk at them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Can I do this? Can I do that? It's about having this like open line of communication saying, hey, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? Or this is what I'm feeling. How do you feel about it? It's a give and take, people. All right? Ask them questions. Tell them about your day. Listen to them when they answer. Listen to them when they tell you stuff about their day. All right? If you start this line of communication, things are so much easier. Things are so much more peaceful. All right? And when you, instead of just saying things at them like, I want to do this, explain to them why. When they are worried, when they are scared, when they say no, ask them, okay, I understand. Well, you don't understand. Say, I don't understand why. Again, I'm not yelling, but can you tell me why? And maybe, we can have a discussion about this. And sometimes they'll say no. And, you have to deal with that. But if you start practicing, start working, then one day they'll open up and they'll actually say, I am worried for your safety. I am worried that this will do this and this and this and this, okay? One day you'll get there and one day you'll understand. You'll understand each other, all right? And then that relationship can carry on through adulthood, so it's not some sort of chore to be with your family. You'll actually enjoy being with them, all right? Because that's the goal, all right? running away and hiding from your family is not a way to live, because more often than not, you're going to need somebody. Okay, you can't carry all of your friends with you to the future. I mean, maybe some of them might hang around, but it's just not realistic, because then you start making your own family and it's just harder to be with friends. But your family is always your family. So if you have a good relationship with them, it leads to a happier life. Again, it might take a little work. You can't just quit after the first time. It fails, crashes and burns, all right? Because sometimes it will. Even if you have been building this good relationship, these lines of communication, it might burn one day and you just have this yelling match or whatever. That doesn't mean you quit. It means you just try again, because it's worth it. The family is worth it. And if you are thinking, no, it's not worth it, know that the lack of your prefrontal cortex is making you think that, and it's not very mature of you, and it's not very helpful for you, all right? So give it a chance. And that was a life lesson with Lindsey. What now? Which 5 things are you going to work on today to help build your relationship with your parents? Peace out. Bye.